Oh, no. No, no, not on my limb. He's limbering up. Woo! Jinu! Jinu! Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, K Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another episode of Solo Leveling. We're now on to episode 9, which is called You've Been Hiding Your Skills. Pretty to the point, I think. It's pretty on the nose. I don't think there's much else to say. So last episode we had the regrouping of the OGs. We had Jinu and Jino enter an agreement. He's decided he will help Jino grow this guild and create it and do the 19 dungeons with him because Jinu realizes that he needs to continue to level up and that the program is only going to give him so many opportunities to do so, and he needs to keep making money in the meantime. So here's a way to make sure he can do that. But he put the stipulation on it that the only way he would do it is if he and Jino did the dungeons alone, so that no one would see the fact that he is in fact far more skilled than his ranking would say. And then we also saw a few of the OGs come back, such as Sung, I can't remember his first name, the guy who lost his arm. We see that what's her name, Junie also reappeared, the healer. She's trying to get back in the game since she's been out ever since that dungeon. And a couple of the other survivors have all ended up at this dungeon that they're going to do. It's another D rank, I believe. And it's a D rank dungeon, but where they're also been joined by a handful of criminals because they need to make up the numbers. And apparently these criminals are allowed to do dungeons as a way to reduce their sentences. So they ended up right there at the end to go into this dungeon, which is going to be led by the same guy that led the very first dungeon that started off the show. But obviously this is going to be interesting because pretty much everybody who's going into this dungeon, with the exception, of course, of the criminals and the guy who's watching them, they are all aware of how weak Jinu used to be. So yeah, looking at the title, I was about to say, I don't know if he's going to be able to just chill and not show off in this dungeon, but it sounds like he's not going to be able to do that. I think it's going to be very hard for him to just sit back. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what's going to happen when they see that he is drastically improved in the short time since the last time they did that dungeon and what they're going to think this means. So I'm ready to jump into the episode. Before I do though, if you'd like to be notified of when I do more uploads of this show or anything else you might be watching of mine, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And please show some love to this video if you're feeling it. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Okay, he said who needs a weapon? You're right? Like, these guys are kind of awful. That's right. Don't you look down on him. Oh, your weapon. Maybe you shouldn't have brought that out. Thank you. Yeah, I was about to say, maybe you should have brought a cheaper knife. Don't be noticing that. Look away. Don't look so closely. Don't look so closely. Look away. I knew it, unfortunately, especially the old guy with the no arm, because he always paid attention to Jinu before. Oh god, who do you go with? The one that's cloudy and ominous? Maybe? I mean, I feel like those are the two people that should see his... Uh-oh. Why do you keep looking at me, bro? I think he already sees you, bro. But yeah, I feel like if there's anyone who should see Jinu's leveled up, it's those two. They owe him his life. They owe him their lives. There we go. I think you should. I think you should. Respect? Of course he will. Y'all, can you pay attention? That is the truth of how you do a real apology. You don't care whether or not the person accepts it. It's about you actually being sorry. Damn, that got dark quick. That's why yeah, okay. Damn. Didn't I say last episode, though, that there's going to be some hunters that are not going to be altruistic? Does it? Did he take the deal? That's the
ここから出たら
question.
監視課にはこう報告しよう。お前たちはここで100匹のゴブリンに遭遇。
Why are you telling them first?
ちゃんと進んでるのかな。
I feel like there's gonna be witnesses.
できる限り苦痛を与えてから殺してくれと。
T did too much talking.
何やってるんだ。
ああ
Witnesses.
道がつながってたのか。
That's what I was saying, bro.
予定は少し狂って。
Damn! Oh, well, bros. At least you apologized in your heart before.
監視課の上司と病院に来てたの。俺のこと。
Oh, right. Oh, no, he does. I think he remembers everyone. Ma'am, get it together.
ジョンホ君。
Yeah, I'm sorry, bros.
カンさん。
Where's the other one? Are we still alive? Barely. Junie!
シュリさん、治療。
Yeah, Junie, do it quickly.
早く治療。
Get it together now. Giving up, bro? She's a B-rank healer. Come on.
最後まで意地でも生き残ってもらわないと。恨むこともできないじゃないですか。
That's right. You haven't earned your forgiveness yet.
ちゃんと頭を下げるつもりだ。
Give it to me when you're healthy. Let's go. I guess he gave up. Damn. Chewie, respectfully, can we get it together? Are you sure you're a B rank? Not today. Not today. Back up.
まさか今のを防ぐとはね。
カンさん、あんたがやったのか。
I mean, who else would it be?
本当はゴブリンに皆殺しにされるという設定だったんだが、路線変更だ。
Your problem is you talk too much.
それに気づかずボスの相手をしている僕に。
Back to the mission of taking people out there, Jinu.
君に勝てる相手じゃない。
I can't.
私が行く。
Thank you. There, there, old man.
人に刃を向けるのは
Oh
久し
no,
ぶ
I
り。
like you. Please no.
強化魔法をかけてくれないか。暗殺系は防御に
Oh,
弱
I
い。
didn't know she could do that. Julie, come on, girl. I need you to step up.
剣士だ。
He is a swordsman,
所
but it's
詮
not going to be enough. We did see him last episode.
意味はあるかもしれないぞ。
Wait, what?
動きは悪くない。
How did he do that? I thought he cut him in half. What the hell?
だけどせいぜいその程度。
Okay, Julie, yes, that's what I need to see, girl.
ヒーラーだ。
That's what I need to see. Quick. Well, now you've done it.
剣を持つ者に背を向けるとは。
He said you better respect me.
あんたを教えている。
Juhi, no, I don't need you to collapse yet, girl. Not yet.
暗殺系ハンター
Oh,
の速
bro,
度についてこれるわけがないんだ
no.
よ。
Okay, I'm sorry. I know you want to hide your stuff, but I'm gonna need you to step up, Juno, because this guy's an asshat.
ヒーラーも使い物にならないみたいだな。
She's not useless. She's traumatized. Okay. No, probably not. But you know what? That was hot.
この老いぼれギツネが。
ここ
Where
まで
is
か。
Juno? Seriously, where is he? Thank you. Oh, several hops back. You better.
またあんたか。
Me again.
何者だ。
I'm your worst
Sonji.
nightmare. E-rank. That's right. I'm E-rank. Combobulated.
孫君。
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
僕の攻撃を2回も止めた反応速度。暗殺系か。
You think so?
答えは一つ。
Which is what?
再覚醒者。
Sure, sure.
が
Yeah, okay, sure. Whatever. Let's kill him.
二重団長。もしかしてあの雑魚の EQ が。
Damn, he didn't remember him. Crap.
だとすると二重団長から生還でき
That's
た。
none of your damn business. Time to die.
囚人たちのことか。頼まれたんだよ。被害者の。
Yeah, I'm not really sad about the prisoners, to be perfectly honest. But you didn't need to kill the other two hunters.
キムさんたちの
Yeah, he's like, I could care less about them.
なぜ殺した。口封じが目的か。
Exactly. They would have taken money easily.
避けまるでいたぶるよう
So you're not any better than the criminals.
に被害者のため嘘だ。
モンスターなんかより人
人を殺してる時の方が
Yeah.
楽しいんです
He would have joined those prisoners.
さすがだななんという身の
I know, they're like, what is happening? We can't even keep up.
コーランカ相手との実戦経験の数が
Do
違う
you? Okay, keep believing it. Full recovery.
さっきむき出しにすんのよ
Right? He's like, you're creeping me out, dude. Yuck.
システムが反応してしまった
Okay, he has to do it.
お前を殺さないといけない理由が
Yes, the system, like, we're behind this one. We don't like him.
何なんだこいつ
None of your business. Oh, no, not on my limb. He's limbering up.
さらに早く
Yes, right. He's like, I was just getting warmed up. Thank
あ
you.
んたの探検の効果
Yes, it does. Welcome. What was this? What was that? You're gonna take him out
面
easily?
白いものを見せてやれや急だ
I was about to say, didn't he vanish? I swear, what's his name cut him in half.
姿音匂いのその全てを
Use that perception. Maybe you should have put more points into that. Jinu,
なぜなら
you got this.
生きて帰れた人間は一人
Well,
もいない
that's fine, because now I've seen it.
余計な真似はするな
She doesn't need you, thankfully.
火の攻撃をかわすことはでき
I
る
won't be injured long.
おいいつも
Right? Shut the hell up. You talk too damn much.
魔法が使える戦闘系ハンターなんて
Well, you know, you're not going to live long enough to consider that either.
お前のようなクズに怒りを感じること
My
さ
boy said I'm turning into a sociopath. You did that. Thank you.
変わったのは外見だけじゃなかった
覚醒常識外れの力はこの世の
Oh
掟
my God, this
を
guy talks so much. Shut up.
ただ強い者だけが勝つ
That's the world in general. It has nothing to do with being a hunter. Yeah, my boy's like, that's not working. Yes, he's like, continue. Be bloodthirsty. Woo! Jino! Jino! No! He's dead. He's dead ass. Oh no, you're dead. Look at him. He's like, this is the last thing you're gonna see is my glowing eyes.
あんたも同じさ僕たちはもう
Yeah, but he don't kill humans unless they try to kill him. Psycho.
負けた僕が死ぬこの法則は至極当然のことな
God, how are you dying and still talking so damn much? Give
俺も自分の正体が気になって仕方ない
me my dagger back.
これ以上正体を隠し続けることは
But
で
who's
きない
gonna know?
その深さだけ強くなれるだろう
That's an interesting analogy. I like that. Watch myself how.
深淵もまた
Alright, that's a valid warning. That is a valid warning. Defeat the enemies! Yay! Stealth!
強くなるにつれ俺の中にある何かが
That's
崩れ落ちてい
interesting.
くよう
That
な気がする
fractured imagery.
おかげで助かった君がいなかったら私たちは
You're
死
right.
んでいたよ
Now never tell anyone, otherwise I will have to kill you.
ダンジョンを封鎖します
何まさか一人で
He's okay.
いや君に
Right? He's like, on second thought, I just saw you do the impossible, so bye. I like that they didn't ask questions. We like that. We can work with them. Yeah, we didn't even need to see the boss, I guess. But he was part of the Hunters Guild, so I'm wondering what's going to go down now.
生存者は
あちらです。
Once again.
うすうす怪しいところも感じていたが上司として
Clearly.
こちらの3名です。
You again.
あの時の E 級ハンターだよ
Was he?
ジンチョルですこの度はうちの職員が取り返し
You
の
should apologize and compensate me handsomely.
カーンを倒したのはどなたですか
We don't know.
これ以上は隠し通せそうな
Don't. All three of you. Say all three of you did it. It was a group effort. Quickly.
私です私がカンさんを殺しました失礼ですが
Knew I liked you.
そのあなたが B 級のカンをどう
With help.
彼女がいるではありません
Exactly. She's a B rank.
では調書を作成しなければならないのでご同行願います
I've got things to do.
時は分からなかったがこの人は永
Okay,
久
we're moving up.
俺じゃ太刀打ちできない
You're right.
身が力を隠すのにはそれなりの理由
See,
があ
this
る
man gets it.
まあ
You need to bring him on your
私なりの
dungeons.
恩返しということにしておいてくれ
Exactly. Exactly.
ジェナさん、
Yes.
これ覚えてますか？
You still haven't spent that shit? All right, guys. Well, that was a very interesting episode. I did not expect it to go quite like that. But we see now that, I mean, as the title said, Jinwoo now has a few more people who are aware of the fact that he is not what he used to be. And at least it's the right people. I thought if there's anyone, like when I saw them split into the three groups, I'm like, if there's any two people who I think that Secret will be safe with, it would be Jui and Mr. Song, because both of them care a lot about, they cared about Jinwoo before all this. Even when he was still weak E-Hunter, yeah, Jinwoo, they were always very protective of him and they were very respectful. They never looked down on him, I guess, is the thing. So they always say it's the people who are there for you when you're at your lowest. Those are the ones you know are your real G's. So anyways, we see, unfortunately, for those other two guys, I thought maybe the five of them would all be like a group that could start dungeoning together. But unfortunately, we lost two of them. I kind of knew, though, that the guy with the baby was going to go, because that whole section in the last episode where he was telling his wife, I got to keep hunting, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, you almost died. Like, you know, all that stuff. Typically in shows like this, if they do that, it's kind of our goodbye to the character. So at least he was able to recognize that he could have acted a bit better in that first dungeon and was able to issue his apologies. But yeah, it's sad that he unfortunately did exactly what his wife was worried about and lost his life in this dungeon, especially one that was one he should have been able to clear. But yeah, it's when unfortunately he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So we see now that that other guy, God, what was his name? The names go so quickly. We see that Kang was, even though he was a high ranker in the Hunters Association, he was doing side gigs of taking out people for money. But we discovered that it was more than just money. He actually was doing it because he just enjoyed killing people. And I kind of said it in this episode, I said it in the last one as well, that it makes sense that when these people who get awakened with powers, especially those with really strong powers, not all of them are just going to want to do the altruistic thing and help hunt monsters. Of course, some of them are going to want to use those powers for their own personal benefit, or some of them become crazy and twisted and use it to just hurt people because they can. And it looks like Kang was one of those people. And because he was a high-ranked hunter in a respectable association, he got away with a lot of it and people probably just never questioned him. So he was in a very, very good position to continue doing what he was doing, probably indefinitely, if it hadn't been for what happened in this dungeon. And we see that as much as Jinwoo wanted to kind of keep a low profile, he wasn't able to do that because he needed to protect the people he cared about. But we saw a little bit of Jui finally showing that she's a B, because I mean, I'm going to be real with you. In the first episode, I was like, I'm not seeing how she's a B rank healer. Like, based on what we saw in episode 1 with the that one healer who showed up for that guy and was like, did that raining spell and he was healing people instantly. Again, that was an S rank, I know, but I'm like, if she's only 2 levels below that, she should be doing some pretty crazy stuff. She should be doing some pretty crazy heals. And I really didn't see that in episode 1. I mean, I kind of wrote it off as, okay, Jinwoo was really hurt, so maybe that's why. But we saw in this episode, finally, some of the flash healing that she should be able to do. And the fact that she can also buff, which I had no idea she could do buffs. So I'm starting to see that Jui's got potential as well, but I feel like she hasn't really truly tapped into that potential, whether it's out of fear or because she's just not sure what to do. But also it looks like she always does lower ranked dungeons too. So she's not leveling up her skills, I guess is my point. And while we learned that the ranking system, the normal one, that you're capped at whatever level that you're measured at, it doesn't mean that she can't continue to make sure that those B rank skills are like at the top of her game. You know what I mean? And they said that a few episodes back where one of the guys said that even though, who was it? I can't remember. One of these guys who was fighting one of the leaders of the guild said, like, I might be level capped, but we can continue to grow our skills so that we're the very best at our level possible. So I don't feel like Jui's been doing that. I think she's been kind of coasting on the fact that she has the ability, but hasn't really pushed herself to be the best at her abilities. But I have a feeling now that she's seen that Jinwoo has leveled up so much, even though she doesn't know exactly how. I think it'll inspire her and possibly even Mr. Sung now Song, I should say, to really start pushing themselves and pushing the levels of what they can do. Because like I said, I really think Jui's got a lot more potential and she just hasn't tapped into it yet. So anyway, we had another battle. It was Jinwoo versus Kang. And Kang was obviously a problem. Like, that disappearing thing that he did is insane. Like, what? We can dissolve? And he was saying that it was something that only a handful of assassins even get. So it's not something that was he a C rank? No, B rank. Not every B rank can do that. And so anyways, we see that thankfully with all that Jinwoo has been doing, all the leveling that he's been doing, he was able to keep up with him eventually. He used his, the blood, I can't remember, that buff that he got when he killed those other 5 guys in the last dungeon. That skill allowed him to be able to track Kang when he was using his bloodlust, even in his stealth mode. So yeah, it was really cool just to see how Jinwoo's skills just keep layering and how every battle is sharpening him more and more and more, and how when he actually got really injured by Kang, the system actually turned it into a quest that he could get XP from. So that's when he was like, oh, okay, well, if the system says that I'm able to take you out, that's even more reason for me to do it, right? Which again, Jinwoo was like, I wasn't even mad about you taking out the prisoners. They were clearly trash, but you didn't have to kill these other 2. And again, the point being that Kang tortured them first. He could have just taken them out quickly, clearly, but he tortured them first for no reason. So yeah, my man said, okay, that's the way he's going to play. I'm going to take you out. So yeah, a really good battle again, really epic battle. We now know that he's at least in the ranking system, at least this is what I'm taking from it, that he's at least a B. Even though we've been giving it, like his levels have been in numbers thus far, but I think now we can say that he's equal to at least a B rank. Yeah, definitely B rank, because he said, looking at the other guy, the blonde whose name just slipped out of my head, Jichul, I think his name is Jichul, but anyway, he already knows he's an A, and he's like, I can't. Right now, I can tell just looking at him, I wouldn't be able to take him on. So he's at a B right now. So him and Jui are the same rank, letter-wise, at least. And he now knows he's got to continue to level up before he'd even be close to fighting an A rank. And this also lets him know for that dungeon, the Hellscape dungeon, he's still not high enough because that was an S rank dungeon. So anyway, yeah, we see that he had that battle. I think the interesting things to take from that battle was that the Kang, through their fight, kept basically making comparisons between himself and Jinwoo, saying that they're very similar, the way that they fight, their styles, and also the fact that they're both tapping into something quite dark. Like the fact that he said that he could tell that Jinwoo has already killed humans from the way he was fighting and the way he was carrying himself. And you saw the other 2 were quite shocked. But yeah, he kind of picked up a lot of things from Jinwoo in that fight. And I think that was for our benefit as the audience to know that Jinwoo is changing. And Jinwoo said something very poignant towards the end there, where he said, I feel like with every level I keep going up and the stronger I get, that something inside of me is breaking down. And I think what it is we heard the Kang say that, you know, you're looking into the abyss right now and it's giving you power, but just know that if you look into the abyss, it starts to look back. So just a warning I think that's probably Kang explaining how he ended up this way. He probably dipped into that darkness because it helped him get stronger at some points, but eventually that darkness consumed him and then he became what we saw. So it was a bit of a warning to Jinwoo to be careful, because he's now taken 6 lives. Again, he had to, not because he wanted to, but he has to be careful that he doesn't start to think it's normal or okay to do what he's doing, even though he can. And that's really where that line between good and bad of these hunters, I think, is drawn, is just because you are stronger and can hurt people doesn't mean you should. So yeah, I think that now Jinwoo is recognizing that there are changes happening to himself emotionally and mentally that may not necessarily be a good thing. He's not focusing on that. Like, his sole focus has been getting stronger, leveling up so that he can help his mom and he can get out of the cycle of poverty that he was in. But he's got to be careful because we don't know what the system's objective is yet. We still have no idea what the system wants from him. And if he loses his humanity in the process, is it really going to be worth it? And that's one thing I've noticed about Jinwoo's character. If you look at episode 1 to now, he's far more distant and far more calculated, I guess one could say. He's becoming more callous, I guess is my point. In episode 1, he was much more filial. He was much more friendly. I feel like he was even more empathetic, but with every level, he seems to be getting more and more and more detached from humanity side of things and more into just becoming the strongest possible. And that can be dangerous. Yeah, another good episode. Very, very good. I enjoyed it. The fight was awesome. And I'm really liking watching Jinwoo's whole journey and how it's bringing him forward. But yeah, I'm now wondering what's going to go happen now that I'm not worried about Sung. I know that Sung is going to keep his secret because he's smart, but I'm wondering what was going on with Jui. Like, now that Jui knows this about him, What's it going to mean? Is she going to try to keep pursuing him? She was definitely trying to do that back in episode 1. But yeah, I'm interested in their dynamic too, of how that's going to go. Is there going to be something there? Or like I said, is my prediction still going to happen where him and Hae-in, I should say. Cha Hae-in, I think, is who is going to be the other person in what could be potentially a triangle. We'll have to see. But yeah, we now know that he's on the radar now. Jinu's been part of 2 dungeons where high-level hunters have been taken out, and he's been one of the sole survivors. So I think that A-rank guy, he has no reason to believe anything differently at this point, but he's definitely going to have his eye, a very special eye on Jinu now. So yeah, we'll see how much longer he's going to be able to keep this secret as far as like the wider association knowing about it. So yeah, good episode. Enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I will see you in the next episode.